That's very, very common question. I think it just comes back to really assuming that, hey, I need applicants. It's a visibility issue. And I would say definitely visibility, getting to the top of the search results is important, especially if you have a title like customer service rep or sales rep or technician, some of these more common titles, and you're in an area, a large metropolitan area, large population, there's going to be hundreds of other postings on there. So visibility matters. We have a couple options within CareerPlug to help out with visibility. Having a simple title matters. But in the schemes of, will that get you a quality hire? I think we should have less focus on visibility search results and more of a focus on, when people do click on that posting, how do we get them to jump and apply? Right. So what I would say is, let's break down, let's look at the data. I guess that would be more CareerPlug specific, but let's find out how many people are clicking on it versus how many people are applying, and let's pour some energy into the job description. And if we've already have a killer, attractive job posting that we know is going to connect with quality applicants, then let's focus on the other type of applicants. Because so far, Desiree, we've talked about job board applicants. They're great. We get a large number of job board applicants in, but there's also this other group of applicants that are typically more likely to be hired. Mm-hmm. I'm talking about any applicants who found your opening outside of the job board. So maybe you did an employer referral program, you have incentives going for it, you get applicants that way. Maybe you're posting on social media, maybe you're contacting colleges directly, maybe you even have a customer referral. But through all of those strategies, you're getting job seekers and applicants that reviewed your company website, probably reviewed some reviews, customer reviews. They looked at the job description, and then instead of taking 7 seconds, they've spent a lot more time deciding to apply. So when it comes to how do we get more visibility, I would say, one, let's focus again on the job description, and then two, there's different types of visibility. So that's where I would work on referrals and Facebook and social media and some of these other sources.
Yeah, that's a good point. Being the marketing manager at CareerPlug, I see all of the research. Like, I see all of our hiring data, our employer data, and we've been doing this now for a few years. And every year, consistently, candidates who come through those other sources, right, like local job boards, university job boards, your own careers pages, candidates who come through those sources are hired at a rate, 3, 4, 5, 20 times in some cases higher than applicants who come from job boards. And it goes to your point, right? Of like, if you're applying on a job board, you're probably applying to a few, without necessarily that much consideration. But if you're taking the time to really research a company, or you're a member of, a niche, group online that posts opportunities that are, more appealing to that group, you're going to be higher quality almost by default. It's almost a built-in filter. And that's why consistently, without fail, those candidates end up being hired at a much higher rate. They tend to be higher quality candidates. So I like that you framed that advice of like, well, is it really about getting to the top of the job boards, or is it about finding, diversifying your sources so that you're getting those higher quality applicants who maybe don't spend all their time on LinkedIn or Indeed or whatever.
And that was I know this may be a tiny bit anecdotal, but all the consultations, the hundreds of consultations I've done, I'd always look at each individual account's data to see, okay, here's the jobs, how many people clicked on it versus how many people applied. And it was almost always hundreds of people agreeing with the pay, clicking on it, and then fewer applying. So that's why I say that job description. And then, like you said, these custom sources, you could take, let's say, the $500 it costs to sponsor on one of the large job boards.
Right.
You could take that amount and you could create employee recognition incentives, or potentially bonuses for employee referrals. And now you're strengthening your company culture. We could get some testimonials from some employees
Yeah.
and share that in the job posting, or any of the communication. We can use that incentive for more referrals, and then those applicants are more likely to then stay longer at the company. So now we're working on employee retention as well. So just all sorts of different things and tips to think about.